Hello, friends, and welcome back to r/IDontWorkHereLady. Today we have 3 great stories. First, I don't work here, and a venomous manager tried to write me up for it. Second, gave one a taste of her own medicine. And third, I'll stomp on your damn coat. So I'm hoping for your likes, and let's get started. I don't work here, and a venomous manager tried to write me up for it. Oh boy, I'm tired of being recognized. I live in a relatively small podunk college town with 3 grocery stores, a dying mall, and a slightly decent downtown. Because I work in one of these grocery stores and a pharmacy, I'm often identified when I'm out and about. And for some reason, I just look like I work there, wherever this mythical there is. This took place a few years ago, and since the manager's no longer with the store, I think I can write it up without retribution. I've got long hair, a beard, and I'm a bit on the heavy side. I normally wear rock band t-shirts and a leather biker jacket when I'm not at work. I wear this like armor, as I'm actually very passive and I don't want to be bothered when I'm out and about. I look tough, but there's nothing tough about my marshmallow soul. I've just finished watching a movie at our local dying mall. Having gone myself since I just wanted to get away for a while, I'm currently wearing a Doctor Who hoodie and jeans, hair down, and a Guns N' Roses t-shirt. As I'm exiting the theater, I hear that dreaded voice, the entitled call of the snooty customer. Hey you! I turn around and see your average soccer mom. Bleach blonde hair, purse big enough to brain a camel, carrying a large collection of trash. She's holding the trash with one hand, her struggling child with the other, and stares at me pointedly. I don't want to believe what's about to happen, but I steel myself. Yes? Throw this away! No, please, no asking, just a demand. I glance to a trash can that's only 5 feet away from where she's standing. Why? Oh, you think I just offered to split her child in half in front of her with a broadsword? You work at big box store, you're used to this. Amazing. She knows I don't work there, but she still thinks I'm put on this earth to serve her. I just roll my eyes and turn away, scooting towards the bathroom. Sorry, ma'am, gotta pee. And I do just that, taking a quick leak and a long time washing my hands. By the time I exit, the woman and her kid are gone. I figure that's all that's going to happen with this. Just some entitled person who thinks that I work in retail, that she can treat me like an indentured servant. Oh boy, was I wrong. 2 days later, I'm back at work, cleaned up, hair in a ponytail, in uniform, just doing my thing, slinging drugs at the pharmacy, when one of our most hated managers shows up. Let's call her GLaDOS. Mostly because the antagonist of Portal is how she always seemed to me. Passive-aggressive, snobby, and more than happy to toss her weight around. Wyatt Kelly, would you come with me, please? I'm a bit shocked since I've not been in trouble with this job in over 5 years, and my mind immediately starts spinning through anything I may have done in the past week or so. GLaDOS takes me back to the manager's office, picks up some papers, and has a seat. Wyatt Kelly, I had a complaint about you the other day from a customer. I sink down, trying not to shake with panic. What have I done? She says you were very rude to her at a movie theater the other day and refused to help her. Silence. I just blinked a few times at GLaDOS. I'm sorry, what? GLaDOS repeats the accusation. When you work for this company, you represent us even when you're not on the clock. Now I'm not only going to give you a coaching, but I also want you to watch what you do in the future. No. GLaDOS looks back at me in shock. Did I just say no to her? What do you mean no? I said no. I'm not taking a coaching for something that happened off the clock. I lean forward, folding my hands in my lap and glaring at her. Why are there no other managers here? Why is my pharmacy manager not here? Shouldn't he be here when I'm being coached by someone that's not even over my department? Speaking of which, where's our department manager? Could you show me where in the Code of Conduct handbook it says I can't refuse to clean up after someone when I'm not on the clock? Doesn't it say in the training videos we watch when we start not to work off the clock? GLaDOS is doing her best impression of a gaping fish by this point, eyes wide and staring back at me. I don't think she was expecting the happy-go-lucky nerd at the pharmacy to take such a hard line and not just roll over to her casual bullying. I stood up and opened the door. If you want to take this up with my manager, please do. But do know that if I hear anything about this, I'll take this all the way to the store manager, your boss, corporate if I have to. I left shaking with anger. I'd heard others in the store bitch about this manager before and how she'd tried to toss her weight around, but I never had it happen to me before. I don't know if the original customer was a friend of GLaDOS or she thought she'd get some revenge, but I never heard anything else of the matter. 2 months later, GLaDOS was let go in a store restructuring. Every other manager was shifted or reassigned, but she was the only one to be shown the door. Gave one a taste of her own medicine. 'Twas a couple of weeks before Christmas, and in the back of the store, every department manager stood, hoping they would not draw the short straw. The boss had wanted to do some big displays for our store, which meant one of us had to go down to the nearest crafts and homewares place and pick up the balloons he'd ordered and a few other things. We were drawing straws because no one likes running errands to this place. It's basically walking into the lion's den of ladies who insist you work there. A large number of the customers are either senior citizens or entitled soccer moms. Their uniform is similar to ours in that we both wear black pants and steel caps. They never have enough staff on, and the lines are so long no matter when you go. You can't walk in there looking even vaguely like you might work in retail, or you're going to get hassled. As you can guess by reading this, I drew the short straw. I took off my uniform shirt, picked up my backpack, put in my headphones, hoping this would protect me somewhat, and I walked to the store, which was already shoulder to shoulder, and as usual, they only had a couple of tills open, with lines snaking around the store. Great. I breezed through that store, avoiding eye contact with everyone, headphones in but off so I can hear what's going on. I'm still having loads of people try to catch my eye and wave me down. By the time I get what I needed, I've already had to point to my headphones about 15 times because people are just coming up to me and asking me crap. I've got a big cart of stuff and a huge bunch of helium balloons. There's a group of about 4 older women behind me complaining about how long the line is. I noticed that one woman is talking louder, raising her voice, saying something like, "They must open another till. Whatever happened to customer service," etc., etc. She's occasionally clearing her throat, and I get the impression she thinks I'm an employee and wants me to overhear. I wasn't wrong. After a couple more minutes of this and very little movement, there's a tap on my shoulder. "Lady, are you going to open up?" "Me. I don't work here." I shove my headphones back in. A few more minutes go by and the lady's still whining, another shoulder tap. "Can't you just—" "Me. No." Headphones back in. I'm hoping my bluntness has gotten through to her. More whining, more minutes, another tap. "Lady, the line is just very long and we're in a hurry." "Me. So go get it on a register then." I'd really had enough of her crap by now. This lady looked like I just told her Wheel of Fortune reruns are canceled. "Excuse me? I just want to—" "Me. Yeah, lady, I'm in a hurry too, so why don't you open a register?" "Lady, I don't work here, Me. Neither do I. I'm a customer too, but apparently that doesn't matter to you, so go on, open a register. We're waiting." The look of shock on her face and her friends was incredible. We kind of just stared at each other for a second or two while she registered that I wasn't kidding around. Then I turned back and they went back to their muttering. I didn't get another shoulder tap after that. I hope she learned a lesson that day. I'll stomp on your damn coat. I want to tell you guys a story that happened to me recently. Bit of a backstory. The university I work at has a weird layout. Since they have a hotel hospitality faculty, they merged the building together with a local hotel. The university is from the 3rd to 5th floor, while the hotel is located under it. The university requires me to use a long-sleeved shirt, and it looks like the hotel employee's outfit, minus the vest with their logo on it. So 3 days ago, I went down to the hotel lobby and booked an online taxi. I waited by the glass door to make sure I didn't miss the car when it arrived. Here's where the annoying group of tourists came into the story, along with their scumbag tour guide. Let's call her SB. A van arrived and dropped off all of them right by the entrance. SB gathered them together and explained some stuff in Chinese. Being Chinese myself, I understand a bit of what she said, but I didn't pay attention to it. SB then turned and stood in front of the glass door expecting me to open it for her. I didn't really pay attention to her and looked down on my phone to check where my driver's at. She then impatiently opened the door herself. Then she slapped my phone out of my hand. I was surprised and confused. SB then started to complain. "Do you work properly, you dumb boy?" Me. "WTF, lady, I don't work here." "Pick up my phone. I can direct you to an employee if you want me to." SB. "Keep telling lies and I'll tell your boss." She then proceeded to shove her coat into my arm and signaled the tourist to enter the lobby. I was mad. Real mad. So I did the only thing that crossed my mind. I tapped her on the shoulder, and when she returned to look at me, I threw her coat down on the floor and wiped my feet on it. I also spat on it once. I was that angry. She shrieked and shouted for the security guard. When the guard came, she screamed at him that I ruined her coat and that she wanted to go meet the manager. The dude looked at me and laughed. He and I knew each other since I often chat with him while I'm waiting for my online taxi. Dude, I can't do that, ma'am. He doesn't work here. SB. What? He told me he works here. Me. B-word? I literally just told you I don't work here. Why don't you eat crap and apologize? By this time, my online taxi had arrived and the driver was calling me, so I walked away toward my car. I opened the door, turned back to look at SB, and shouted in Chinese, "Use your brain next time, dummy!" I proceeded to board my taxi and smile as I saw her jaw drop and the tourist uncomfortably look between the car and her. Moral of the story, don't be a butthole and expect people to meekly listen to you. Hey, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the stories, and I'll see you again soon.